Hi Bethan, welcome. Just going into place. How are you? Hi Joey, welcome. Hope you're both well. It's nice to see you. Hi Shannon. How are you, sweetie? Hope everybody's alright. Hey Judy, welcome. I'm going to be finishing the owl in the ink house today. Take that light down a bit because it's reflecting. There we go. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm alright. I've just had to rush my tea. We were running a bit late. I've had fish and chips from the chippy. So of course I've been rushing about. Hi Deb, welcome. Just setting everything back up because like I say, I was running a little bit late and rushing about. Hi Pickle, welcome. Got the zombie lady in. Who's the zombie lady? Oh, before I start, I got a beautiful gift from Caroline for my birthday. It finally came yesterday, so I wanted to share it with you all. And it's a beautiful handmade glass pen. I thought, such beautiful craftsmanship. And it's not showing up on the screen very well, but it's got little blue sparkles in it, and when you turn it, it changes to purple and pink. It's beautiful, and it comes with a selection of inks, which I haven't tried yet, but they've all got mica in the bottom, so they need a good shake, and at the minute I can't shake them, so I've got to get Ian to do that when I'm ready to use them. But there's some lovely colours, bronzes, reds. I don't know what colour that one is. Oh, that's the deep purple. It's really nice, that colour. And then there's like a leaf green with gold in. So now I've got a new toy to play with. That's why it's still in the box, Deb. And I also keep it under my big monitor, so I can't knock it and the cats can't knock it. So it's safely put right under there. It is a beautiful gift, Pickle. I love it. I've been practicing writing. Oh, it's here. I can't find my bit of paper. I've found it. I've been practicing writing my name over and over with the ink slot. Oh, why does it keep flashing out? Stop flashing out. That's better. Yeah, so I've got an angle on it. I've managed to write with it. Now to see if I can draw with it. Hi Caroline, that's alright, I was just showing your gift. Your lovely pen that you sent me. Oh, that's not very nice, Shannon. Is he feeling a bit ill? Has he been eating grass? You're going to have a long night with sounds of it. Right. So I need my notes because I can't remember what colours I used, and I've got more wood to do, so it's a good job I make notes, isn't it? Let's have a look. Where am I? Tree, wood, bark, saddle brown, light olive. Right, bark, saddle brown, light olive. Bark, saddle brown, light olive. Hey Vicky, you got carried away reading the book, didn't you? It's a lovely book. I knew you would. Hey, I'm surprised it come early though. And I'll just show Vicky because she's only just come in. This is what Caroline got me for my birthday, and it came yesterday. A beautiful glass pen, look. And I can't take the protective thing off because my fingers don't do it. I have to rely on Ian. But it's got shimmer in the middle of it, and it changes from blue to purple to pink depending on which way you turn it. It's a glass pen. Let me see if I can carefully twist this without hurting my wrist. Yeah, it's got a twirly pattern around there that you dip the ink in and it stays in that pattern, and then when you're writing with it like that, the ink, on that motion that you do, the ink slowly comes down the spiral and you write with it. It's easier to put this thing on than take it off. And there were a selection of inks with it as well. That's all got mica in the bottom, look. Reds, purples, blues, bronze, and leaf green with gold in it. Yeah, I didn't want it to snap the end though, so I left it on. I'll just ask Ian to take it off when I want to use it. So I'll put that back under the monitor before anything happens to it. And this is what I was practicing writing with. I think I've managed to get an angle on writing with it, and now I want to draw with it. So the colours of the inks are not true on here because I didn't mix them up properly. I couldn't shake them enough, but I managed to write with it. It was fine. So it's a beautiful gift from a beautiful lady. Right, now I want some saddle brown first. And I've got this long piece to do down here, so I'm going to zoom you in. Just bear with me a second. That's enough. And move the camera that way. There we go. I don't like it. I love it. It's awesome. Right, so I'm going to have to twist this way to do this section. So hopefully my hand will not be getting in the way too much. I'm just laying a light coat of saddle brown being careful not to get it on the owl. And bring it down to the branch, and I'll do a section at a time, because then I can keep resting my hand in between. I took all my compression glove off today. I've wore it 3 days solid. I think I've rested my hand enough, so I've took it off for now. Now this edge, be careful not to get it on his book. Right. Now there seems to be wallpaper that's been dragged off the ceiling here, where it's gone through the ceiling, and it's hanging on this branch here. So I have to be careful not to cover that. Go steadily in between that bit. And then I want some bark on this because it's going to be shaded more because the tree's in front of it. Just a light coat. And then I want some up the top here near the ceiling again. And a little bit downside at owl. Thank you, Judy. Were you asking where my glove were? And she's answered it. See, I must have been thinking that you were thinking it. Hi, Nick and Tina, welcome. Must be a really nice milkshake then, Deb. Right, and take a little bit of bark up against the wall, but not much. And then I'm coming with the olive again. Just like before, I'm doing green oak. So I'm taking the light olive straight over the top in a light layer. You don't have to be particularly neat, just scribble it down. The water brush neatens it all out for you. This is just a case of getting colour down where you want it as quick as possible. Hi Mary, welcome. That's all right, sweetie. Take it down this edge. I'll come all the way down this time. And then on this bit. Again, just coating all the paper. You don't need to make sure you've covered every bit of white. You're just scribbling it down. I've got a panel here, so it's going to be in shade. So I'm putting bark down that corner and just in front of it. And then I want to darken this edge because it's the leading edge. It's going to be slightly shaded. And then the light olive again. Right. The scrap bit of card. Put it under there. Make sure I've got enough water coming out. I'm going to start here rather than up on the dark bit. I'll activate this first. Then do the darker section. The reason I've done a green oak is because if I'd have done a normal brown wood, the tree wouldn't have stood out. So that's why I chose to do green oak. Okay, Vicky. I can tell straight away that I've done this way too light, but that's fine because I can go in when it's dry and do another coat. I can always add to it, but I can't take it away. Okay, Nelly. Hi, Sue. Welcome. And I'm sorry if I seem to be repeating myself on what you've all heard before, but this is in case anybody new's lurking who don't know how to use Inktense or they're new to it. So I'm still repeating what I do step by step. And anybody in future who wants to watch this back. So take saddle brown. I'm going to bring it across this wood now. Just move my back because I keep slipping my arm across it. Little bit of bark is going just underneath here to make it darker. And then I'm going with light olive again over everything. The beauty of Inktense is they mix together so well. You're not just restricted to one pencil colour, you can mix them together and make totally different colours, like you can with watercolours. The only difference being that once it's dry you can't move this around again. Now I've picked up dark colour, I'm going to rub it off on my cloth so I don't contaminate any other bit. I'm going to come across this back piece just here. Bring the camera forward a bit. And I still haven't fixed my tilt on computer, so I don't know what's up with it. Spent 3 days playing with controller and I just can't get it to work again. Which dinosaur are you working in, Shannon? Are you doing the big dinosaur in Kirby? Yes. I've bought a new book so I can do it again. Is anybody doing a live colour along with the dinosaur, or is everybody just colouring it as they want and then print picture on Instagram? As you want, right. Put a bit of bark on this back edge here because it's leading up to that bit of wood there, and put a little bit on this edge but not much. Well, I could do a live one again, Bethan. I did live on the last one with pastels. I could do it with Inktense this time. You won't have ruined it. You say that on every picture, Shannon. Are you doing the dinosaur sew? Hi Laura, welcome. Hi Pat, hello. Right, which picture are you doing at the minute then, Sue? And which book? Hi Jobeth. Right, you finished one in Mythomorphia, but you forgot the page. Right. Have you put it on Instagram? Right, come into this back one. Just here. I'm putting saddle brown again. And down this section. That's best time, it's when it's quiet and you can just sit and relax and colour. I'm going with bark on this back edge, pressing on this edge, going lighter up here, but I still want a dark shadow because it's behind these, and same underneath. Slightly harder pressure. I'm doing the same down this section and on front edge. And then I'm going with the olive green again. That's how I am, so while I'm busy in other books I haven't picked Kirby ones up again. And put light olive over both of them. Right, and I'm going to come with saddle brown down this section now, quite deep in the corner, and then scribbling down the rest of the panel. And I think I'm going off screen again. Bring my camera. Taking bark, it don't need any down this side because light's hitting it, But as I come up here, you notice it starts going behind this one. So I'm taking shadow from here and then going round there and into that gap, and same underneath. And then it's going to shade round where that's joining and just underneath. Yeah, it's the Inktense, so I'm going to come with the green again, light olive, and I'm going to cover everything again. I've got you need it, so trust me, you need it. You'll love it. I'll start front bottom because it's lighter. I'm avoiding the dark a bit at the minute, around that bit. Now I can come in it after I've done all the light. And then around all this dark bit here. Being careful not to get it on any other bit but this wood. And then I'm going to wipe off again. Yep, me too, Caroline. Just inks. Well, that's that one. And while I remember, somebody today asked me a question. How wet should the brush be? What end, Pat? What's an awesome hand? Yeah, somebody asked me a question today. How wet should the brush be? So I'm going to review that again now in case there's any new people watching. Oh right, my line worked, thank you. What I tend to tell people is the brush should be cold to the feel on the back of your hand. It shouldn't feel wet. I get a few little droplets of water on the back of my hand, but it's not wet through, and that's all you need. That's alright, Jane. It's what I do regular, listen and colour. And I hope you're well today. How's your leg? Is it feeling any better? And because I keep rubbing on a cloth when I'm changing from dark to light and I rub it, that's going to take all the moisture off me bristles. So eventually I'll go and it'll be dry. But I'll not so excessively squeeze this. I just give it a light tap and it'll let a little bit of water down, and then I feel it again. I think, yep, that's cold enough, and then I carry on. If you get too much water, just keep dabbing it on your cloth until you've soaked it up again to where you want it. I know a lot of people who are starting out, they find it difficult using a water brush to control the water. It just takes practice to know how much to squeeze through, because it'll stay in the chamber anyway and just keep coming out on your bristles. But if you squeeze too much and it fills the chamber up, then it will flow through quite quickly and you don't get much control on your paper. It just takes a little bit of practice, that's all, to know what you're feeling for. So easiest way is just to say, if it feels cold on the back of your hand but not wet, then you've got it right. An echo? Am I echoing? Oh, it were you, Laura, was it? Had two windows open. I've done that when I had my phone and my computer on without realising. Had sound on both of them. Am I not in screen? No, I'm not in screen at minute because I'm not doing anything, Jane. Right, I'm coming across this wood here on this bit. It's behind a pillar again, so it's going to be quite dark. So I'm putting saddle brown down first in a medium hand. Then I'm putting bark up against the pillar, however you say it. And just like that. Then I'm going with light olive over both the saddle brown and the dark of the bark. That was a bit odd to say. And then I'm going to come across to this bit and colour this bit before I wet it again. Hi Raquel, welcome. That's alright. I'm going with saddle brown again. Still in camera. Try not to hit me telescope. And take some bark against this telescope where it's casting a shadow, and then a little bit against this pillow. And then green oak or light olive over all of it. I'm going to start in the centre where I've left it lighter, wet that first, then come into the dark and just drag it across a little bit. I want to leave the centre light. So I'm going to wipe it off and then rub in between them both so it don't leave a light harsh line. And I'm going to come to this one, start in the light again. Then into the bark and blend it back. Wipe it off from my cloth and come to the light area again. And into the bark. Line underneath and then wipe it off. Right, now I've changed to this side. Where have I got it now? Got some wood going around this panel on the bottom from the window across, so I'll do that. The Inktense, Jane. Hi Kenny, welcome. Good guess, Laura. Okay, so stay safe. See you soon. Alright, saddle brown again. Hi Kathy, welcome. Right. Just want a little bit of bark against this pillar area. And I want some shading down low on this bit because this one is tilted downwards. And Rory's already drawn in some shading lines for me, so I'll follow those. And I want some bark behind the pillar as well, and up against this one. Hi Karen, welcome. And then I'll go with the light olive again, straight over the top. this bit first because it's the leading edge and it's lighter. Then I'll come down to the bottom bit. Have you done this page yet, Karen? With the owl and the telescope? Move the book that way a little bit and I'll follow straight along, minus the cat hair. I'll follow straight along this bit. Thank you. You've done it, have you, Raquel? What colour did you do your panels? On these bits here. What colour did you do? Because I'm not sure whether doing it brown would be too much brown with everything else I've done. Have you got a cold again, Karen? You always seem to catch one, don't you, every time weather changes. I'm going with saddle brown again. I'm trying very hard not to touch the telescope. Put a line just up against it, but not touching. Oh, you put pan pastel on yours, did you? Bit of bark up against the tray there. Put a bit of shading in. And just want a thin line on this edge. Thank you, Kenny. You use graphite pencils for telescope. I bet it looks awesome. Did you share it on Instagram, Raquel? I don't remember seeing it. But then again, I've got a terrible memory anyway, as Shannon will attest to, seeing as I pressed like on a picture of hers and then 2 days later couldn't remember doing it. Thank you, Karen. bit like that, so when that's dry I'll have to go in again. Come across to this bit now. Okay, Raquel. Say Shannon remembers that I'd forgot a picture. She's laughing at me, look. Turn my chair a little bit, see if I can reach in here better. Just put a line up against my telescope. Saddle brown again. Line up against that so I don't touch it. And bark now up against this edge. I just want a little touch there, but not much. And then light olive. Can everybody hear me okay on the colour changes? Because I thought I was going a bit quiet then. You've not done this one yet, Karen? Oh. I look forward to seeing it when you have. I'm not surprised, Karen. I hope it clears up soon. Oh, I guessed what you meant. Hope you feel better soon, sweetie. I'm drying a little bit, so I'm going to lightly squeeze it till water starts coming, and then I know how much there is. Dab it off on my cloth a bit, and then that's good to go. I'm not touching the darker areas yet, I'm just doing all the light. Now I can come into the bark. Move the shading down. Sorry, I forgot to mute the sounds on my computer. Do that now. See, I remembered to zoom in this time. Got everything ready and forgot to turn sound off. Always forget something. There we go. I'll come in this section now. Right. I'll move your camera across there a little bit. I'm going to do this wood here. try and do it without getting my arm in the way. You have to be a contortionist, Caroline. If I move book round, then I end up not in screen. So I have to move me round. Right, this one is tilted same as this one, so I'm going to put a line of shade in right at the bottom. And then bring it up. I'm going with the light olive. Starting in the light again and activating that. This is where I've got to be careful because I'm doing it upside down. I tend to go over the lines when I do it this way. Not as much control. I got. Oh look, I'm live, it's just told me. It's a bit late. Right, now just have a gander over it, make sure I've not missed anything. I think that might be wood that it's fastened into down that section, or it could be plasterboard that it's fastened into. I don't know. I can't see anything else with that plain pattern in though. Well, that's questionable. Oh yeah, I think it's part of that arch. Yes, so I'll do it that then. Okay, Karen, enjoy your tea. Or do you mean drink a tea? You're not British, are you? So. Right, now if I'm following that, zoom down, it's this wooden arch here. In fact, if I zoom out so I can show you properly. Right. On this wooden arch here, it comes and it seems to arch round here. Behind the telescope there's a little bit showing here. And then if I move the page up, it looks like it arcs and comes down here. So I think it is the wood of that, otherwise that'd be stuck in mid-air, and this side comes all the way down. So to match that, that's got to come on that section there and then down here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll zoom you in again. Sometimes in the pictures you have to slow down, have a look again and think about what's where. So first I'll colour this little bit I can see here, and then it'll make more sense. That'll be its leading edge. Put some bark over it, because it will have quite a lot of shadow. A bit of green. Activate that first and then I'll move down the page. And I'm tapping like that with the brush. I'm not rubbing because it'll hit all this telescope, so I'm just dabbing it with the water and that's enough to dissolve it. Move you up again. Thank you. Well, there's no to be fearful about, is there, Kenny? It's just colouring, and we all enjoy colouring. I can see a little bit poking out behind there, so I'm going to colour that bit. And then I've got the saddle brown, and I'm going to colour all this section here. Bring this scrap bit so I've got something to come off onto. Yep, it stops you going over lines as well. I'm going to take the bark underneath here. There's going to be quite a deep shadow because it's coming up against this wall. And a little bit of shadow on the leading edge. And then it's going to be quite dark under here because there's all this telescope in the way. And same down this edge. Then I'm going to go with the light olive again over everything. Right, I'm going to start in this light area, activate that first. Going around it, little swirls, make sure all that's activated, and then come into the dark. Blend it into the light. Somebody at traffic lights thinks he's deaf again. And they wonder why these young uns lose their hearing at a young age. Hi Sammy, welcome. No, Ian's in bed today, Sammy. He's gone through early. By the time it reaches 4 PM, he's in too much pain, so he has to go and lay down. But I'll tell him you said hi. Right, now, window arch. I think I'll do that wood. Move my camera across again. On this arch round window. Thank you, Sammy. It's same every night, every day, without fail. It's his life. It's been his life since he was 17. So, if you ask him how he is, he always says to people, "Oh, I'm champion. I'm great." You know, he never says to anybody, "Oh, I'm hurting," or "Oh, I'm having a crap day," or anything like that. It's just something he's got used to. And all his spine's crumbling, so as he gets older, each bit, one after another goes. It's like a domino effect. I haven't put my scrap under. That were close. I nearly went onto underneath the page. Thank you, Sammy. Well, you can't just give up on life, can you? Like you just keep going. You have your bad days, you have your good days, and you battle through it. And like we always say, there's somebody always worse off than you, no matter how bad you feel. I'm gonna leave this wood lighter. I'm not going with any bark on it. And activate it as this first, and then when it's dry I'll put some shading in after. This is the bit I find difficult because you've got a side edge and a bottom edge, and you've got to try and not crease the paper. And luckily this book's quite thick, but there are some books that's a lot thinner, and I always end up creasing them. You say that as well, do you, Kathy? Well, it's true though, isn't it? You always find there's somebody that's worse off. Right, let's activate that then. Make sure I've got enough water still. This time I'll get a rich golden brown rather than the green oak, but it's the same pencil. I'm drying up a little bit now. Just give it a little squeeze. I got better. Oh. Right. What shall I do now? Oh, there's a bit of wood. Yeah, a bit of tree I've missed there. I can see. Oh, move you back. Going for a ride again, guys. There we go. There's a tree branch here that I've missed. Look. Get me book of colours again and see which I did. on the tree was oak and tan. Right, so oak and tan out. Oak, tan. Tan down first. And oak. Night, Jane. Hope you managed to sleep well. Welcome back, Vicky. Right. So, not missed any more tree that I can see. Only other bit of wood is this planking in the roof. So I think I'm just going to use tan on that. And if I do that tan and I put oak on this wood instead of leaving it just tan on this tree branch, if I put oak on that, then it's not going to blend in with the planks. That's alright, Sammy. Hi, Christina. Welcome. So I'll activate the tan first on these planks. Oh, that sounds nice, Sammy. Mm-hmm. Activate the oak so that that branch stands out from that wood. There we go. I think that's every bit of wood covered now. Yep. So I'll come and do telescope. I'll start at this top edge. That's under there, my lid. Put them away. Now I want a Chinese ink and white. My mat. Okay, Kenny. Chinese ink. And white. On my little mat. I've just scribbled some colour out. Mix a little bit of the Chinese ink with some white to make a light grey. And then I'm going to come just down this edge. That sounds good. Very intricate. I'm just taking more white than grey this time, and I'm bringing it just off this edge here, and I'm leaving a white gap. Down this shaded area again. This one's a bit dark this time. Deepen that a little bit to match it. Move book up a bit. Still same colours, Chinese ink and white mixed together. A bit darker under there. Okay, Karen, have a good evening. And thank you. The only thing with making your own silver is you get a different tone every time you mix it. I can't seem to get the same colour every time. darker, I think. Is she in?
No.
No, she's gone off again.
Came in, smelled about chair, went out, then we stroked her when she's run out.
Right. See if you can get Ted in back door.
Ted's already in.
Is he?
Yeah, he was on chair.
Oh,
Behind you.
right. Didn't see him come in.
You all had chippy again?
Yep.
Guess I can order for myself then.
Yep.
What did you have?
Fish and chips.
From where?
Pete's.
Oh, right.
Did you have a good day?
Long.
Yeah.
We finished at 2.
Who did?
Phil shift.
Right.
And then I was stuck there afterwards until now.
Right.
Rebuilt aisle again.
Right. I thought you'd been on till.
Luckily.
Sorry, we've already ate it, Shannon. Okay, Raquel. Have a good evening. Hi Tanya, welcome. I didn't see you come in, sweetie, sorry. Hi Natalie. That's alright. Just attempting to do a chrome telescope at the minute. Some bits is not showing up very well. I think when it's dry I'm going to have to go in with another coat. It's not showing up very well, is it? I've got quite a lot of grey in that centre, but it's not showing up on the screen. That's alright, Pat. See you soon. That's a bit dark. I'd have to blend that out with pencils. Bye, Kathy. Take care, sweetie. See you soon. It's a wonder that cat's not clawing you to death, Shannon. Let's darken in a bit more. Now, on this picture for planet, don't know what colour to do. It's not like me to be lost for a colour, is it? That sounds good, Shannon. Give him a good home. Bring a light coat of mustard. I think today's a day where most on us could do with a group hug, Tanya, me included, so thank you. There we go. If in doubt, put yellow on. Alright, just the back panels then, and I've got over me 9 o'clock, so looks like I'm going into a third round with this then. Let's zoom out. Go. That's what it looks like so far. Are we on? Yes. Thank you, Kenny. I just have to settle for a virtual log instead, sweetie. Right, it doesn't seem as though I've done much tonight, but I have. I've put some silver on the telescope. It's nowhere near finished. It'll need more depth and more blending, but I've put first coat on ready. Owl still needs some more colour to him, but all the wood's done, so I'm happy about that. And next time I'll be doing the panels, get them out of the way, and leave the owl and the telescope for second coat for a time after or at the end. Because it don't look like there's much to this picture, but there is. There's quite a lot when you start doing it. But I'm happy. It's coming out how I see it in my head. So thank you everybody for coming over and visiting again. It's been really fun. It's been great having you all here. You're welcome, Tanya. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Kenny. Bye, Vicky. Have a good evening. Everybody sleep well, and I'll see you soon. In fact, it could be tomorrow at 11:30. Thank you, Kenny. Bye, everybody. See you soon. Love to all.